Hello, good evening, good day, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching us from. You're welcome to this session once again. My name is Samuel Adeleke, and I will be your host for this evening. And I am representing Thrift Africa, the brand that supports small businesses or nano businesses that earn less than 5 million naira in a year across Nigeria and Africa as a whole. So we support with um, business compliance, we support with business finance, support with digital literacy, support with business literacy as well too, and every other financial support for micro business across Africa. So without further ado, we have a very interesting topic we would like to treat in tonight, which is how to increase your sales 10 times using social media. So we have a number of, let me say, common thing with with business owners, where they believe that, oh, they need to dance before they sell their product, or they need to maybe learn some extra things before. Meanwhile, there are some rudiments on how you can implement, on how the algorithm of these platforms work, right? And how you can channel that to improve your sales on social media. So tonight we'll be discussing more on that. And her speaker for tonight is Miss Essie Magini. Miss Essie Magini. Um, Miss Essie Magini. Sure. Sorry, please hold on. Give let me just share a picture as well as a profile. Yes, so Miss Essie Magini, she's an excellent communication and digital marketing associate, and she has hands-on experience on building strategy. What's wrong with my network? Please hold on. I'm trying to. Please just hold on. Thank you very much. Okay, okay, thank you. All right, I guess. All right, yes. So this is our speaker for tonight. She's Essie Magini. She's a communication and digital marketing professional with a strong focus on helping small and growing business. She's currently an associate consultant at Idea to Funded, a brand that is closely working with Thrift Africa, and she has really contributes massively to investment readiness, access to finance initiatives and capacity building programs for small businesses, even for startups, right? And it exactly helps these startups and businesses become fundable and growth ready. So it's a great privilege to have you on board. Kindly let me just bring on board. Hello, good day, ma'am. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us this
Thank
evening,
you.
ma'am. Yes,
Thank
thank
you
you for
very
joining us.
much.
Yes.
Thank you for having me. Evening, wherever you're joining us from. Welcome to this webinar where we'll be learning about increasing your sales 10 times using social media. Okay, before we proceed, we would like us to introduce ourselves. Please use the comment section to let us know your name and where you're joining us from, what your business does, and what you hope to gain from this class. Please use the comment section. Thank you. Your name, where you're joining us from, what your business does, and what you have to gain from this class. Please confirm that you can hear and see the screen as well. If you already joined us, please confirm that you can hear us. Thank you. You can leave your name in the comment section, the state you're joining us from, what your business does, and what you hope to gain from the class. The class is about social media, how to use social media to increase your sales. So you can let us know what your expectations are. Thank you. Okay, good evening. Sambo from Kaduna State. We can see you. Thank you for joining us. Sambo from Kaduna State. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. Please, if you're here, kindly leave your name, where you're joining us from, what your business does, and what you hope to gain from the class in the comment section. Thank you. And we'll be moving on now. Thank you for joining us once again. So, our Mr. Samuel already gave an introduction of what Thrift Africa represents. So, this webinar is facilitated by Thrift Africa, and we are growing Africa's economy by providing solutions, tools, communities, expert based knowledge, and financial services for micro and small businesses. You can call us the business and financial support for micro businesses across Africa. Please, you can type your favorite emoji in the comment section. If you're already here, share this link to join on your WhatsApp. Share this link on your WhatsApp story, your Instagram story, so that other people can join and also benefit from the webinar. You can as well share what you're learning with the hashtag Thrift Africa on your socials. Get your writing materials because we are going to be spilling all the teas. Please ensure to use the comment section if you have any questions or any concerns. Now, moving on to what we will be learning. Okay, I can see Precious from Ogun State. You're welcome. Okay, Precious is a ready to wear and bespoke brand, and they also sell fabrics. Thank you for joining us, Precious. We see you. And so, what would we be learning from this webinar today? We'll be learning how social media platforms work. We will be learning how to understand our business money flow. How does money enter your business? And we'll be learning the four content pillars. We'll be learning about posting frequency and consistency. And finally, we'll be learning how to track our sales success. How to track our sales success. So, as a small business owner, why do you think you have to use social media? Why do you think social media is important at all? Is it important for you as a business owner? So in Africa today, your customers are already online. You know, many of us, when we hear of marketing, we think of the big brands, we think of the big guys in businesses. But even as a small business owner, social media is free. You do not pay any money to upload your products on social media. You do not have to pay any money to open an Instagram account today. You do not have to pay any money to open a Facebook account. So it is the cheapest marketing tool. And social media allows you direct access to buyers. So you have direct access to potential buyers, people who would see your product on social media and they would instantly be interested. And then it builds trust and visibility. When you're using social media as a business owner, people do not come to your physical store. So they can trust you through your products, through testimonials, through referrals. And then it enables daily sales opportunities. You can be selling from social media without even owning a physical store daily. So this is why social media matters for small business owners. No matter how small your business is, you can use social media as a sales tool. And now we're going to move on to common mistakes that small businesses make. As a small business owner using social media, what mistakes do you make? Okay, I can see Sion as yes. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We acknowledge you. Thank you for joining us. Now, we're moving on to common mistakes that small businesses make. You're posting without a clear goal. You do not have a strategy. You're just posting. Number two, you're focusing only on selling every day. Your content is not entertaining, your content is not inspiring. All you are posting about is just selling, selling, selling. That is a big mistake. And then you're not consistent in your posting, inconsistent posting. You're ignoring messages and comments. So people are messaging you, people are even, leaving comments under your post, and the next time you are replying to that comment is like 72 hours later. Nobody will take you seriously. And then there is no clear call to action. When people see your content, they don't know what's next to do. They don't know the next action to take. Should they message you right there? Should they leave a comment? Should they share the post? Should they, access the link to your WhatsApp in your bio? So you don't give clear call to actions. All these are mistakes. Now, I want us to do something. Of all these mistakes, which of these do you think you make? You can leave them in the comment section. So, as a business owner, which of these mistakes do you think you currently make in your usage of social media? You can leave your answer in the comment section. And also, I'll be asking, as a business owner using social media, what is your biggest social media challenge? Is it getting followers? Most people think having 1,000 or two or three followers is all that matters for social media relevance. So that might be some people's challenge. Another challenge is getting people to buy. Are you constantly posting but you're not making sales? Is that something you're experiencing? Is that a challenge for you? Or you don't know what to post? You don't have any knowledge on content strategy, you don't have any knowledge on content itself, or you don't even have the time to create. You don't have the time to create. Okay. So please, you can let us know in the comment section. We are waiting for your responses actually. So we want to know what your challenges are, and we want to know in the comment section. Please, if you can hear us, kindly leave your answers in the comment section. Is your challenge getting followers? Is it getting people to buy? You're not making enough sales. Maybe you're even running ads. Maybe you're running ads on social media, but you're not getting conversions. You're putting money into, selling on social media, but you're not getting returns. There's no ROI, there's no return on investment. That's a problem, that's a challenge. So we would like to know, or you don't know what to post, you don't know what kind of content your target audience like, or you don't even have the time to create. You're busy trying to procure probably raw materials or even your products. There's no time to create content. So please, you can let us know in the comment section. Thank you. We're waiting for your answers. Okay, Favor says knowing what to post, that is one challenge. Knowing what to post. Okay, that's from Favor. We'll be dealing with that shortly. Be dealing with content strategy shortly. So we are waiting for your comments. Please let us know what the challenges are. Getting followers, getting people to buy, knowing what to post, or finding the time to create. Finding the time to create. Business people are very busy people. So that might be a challenge that you're facing. Please let us know in the comment section. We're waiting for your answers. Thank you. And also the mistakes that small businesses make. Which of these mistakes do you think you currently make as a small business owner using social media for sales? Are you posting without a clear goal? Are you posting without strategy? Do you only focus on selling? And are your posting inconsistent? Do you post just once a week or once in 2 weeks or twice a week? Let us know. Okay, I can see our comments. Victoria, finding time to create. I know that business owners are very busy people. You're trying to procure products, you're trying to attend to customers. Most of us are solopreneurs, we run our businesses alone. And even if we have staffs, we barely usually have enough. So finding time to create, I understand that that's a common challenge. Sion is, yes, focusing on selling every day. Okay, that's one mistake that you make as a business owner using social media. So your most of your content focuses on selling alone. Okay, we'll take note of that. Focusing on selling every day. We'll take note of that. If you're still here and you've not yet dropped a comment, you can do that quickly. But now we'll be moving on. So when people hear of social media, they don't think of strategy. They think of the viral content that they see on social media. They think of dances, they think of that trending sound. But that's not strategy. That's just vibes. That is vibes. So in Africa, you're competing with thousands of people online. You're competing with millions of people online. Even in your local area alone, there are thousands of people doing the same thing that you're doing. So you can't be wasting time on content that does not convert, content that does not lead to sales. You need to build a system that works. You need to build a system that works for you specifically. So now we'll be learning how platforms actually work. How do platforms work? We know Instagram, we know TikTok, we know Facebook, and even X. I know that X is not a very popular social media platform for business owners, but it is still a social media platform that can be very useful for specific audience types. Now, how do these platforms work? These people, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, they want one thing. They want to keep everyone scrolling as long as possible. They want you to keep scrolling on your phone, looking at all the interesting content. They want more screen time. Why do you think it is like this? These people want to keep making money because the more screen time that people have, that leads to more ads that they are able to show. Let's say that I'm on my phone scrolling for 1 hour continuously without break. Within that 1 hour, they would be able to show me nothing less than 15 ads, nothing less than 15 ads. So the more I am kept on social media to keep seeing interesting, entertaining content, the more the platform is able to show me ads. And that is how they make their money. Now, as a business owner, as a small business owner, how can you lock into this opportunity? How can you take advantage of the algorithm? How can you take advantage of how the platforms work? You can do that by creating content that keeps people engaged. So you can create content that is entertaining, engaging, educating, inspiring, stop people scrolling, make them comment, make them keep watching, not just watch for 2 seconds and they've scrolled past your content. But you have to create content that is engaging. And when you do, the platform rewards you with visibility for free. A lot of us think that we have to be running ads all the time before we can make sales from social media. But that's not the only way to actually make sales from social media. If your content is engaging enough, if your content is interesting, if people find your content interesting, they would stop scrolling, focus on your content, and the platform will reward you with visibility because that visibility, that screen time that people are watching through your content is making money for them. So they would find more people to watch your content. If your content is interesting, they know that, okay, this content is driving engagement. They will do everything to bring visibility to that content so that they can run ads around the content that is related to that particular content that you posted. So please let me know as we are moving on that you're actually here. You can send emojis, you can send acknowledgements that you're understanding what I am saying. So, as business owners, what can we do to make sales? how the platforms actually work. Okay, please give me a minute. I think I'm having some network issues. Please give me a minute. Okay, I'm back on. Thank you. I'm back on. So next on, we'll be moving to our 60-30 rule as business owners using social media. What can we how can we divide the way that we post our content? How can we divide the way that we post our content? So you can actually note this down. Please ensure that you are taking note of these things. So the 60-30 rule is that 60 to 70% of your content should be engaging, and then 30% should be sales content. So 60 to 70% of your content should be engaging, should be interesting, should be entertaining. People should want to see it and even share with other people. And then 30% will be sales. So on the screen, we have an example, a fashion brand in Lagos selling traditional Adire fabrics. So day one, they post 10 ways to style the same piece. Day one, they post 10 ways to style the same piece. Day two, the post behind the scenes of how they are dyeing the fabric, how they mix the dye, how they add water to it, what amount of water they add. They're showing that behind the scenes process. Day three, they post their customer testimonials, customers that have bought products from them, that have used the products, and they can even share pictures and videos of customers wearing these Adire fabric dresses. So you can have a customer testimonial that says, I wore this to my wedding, got 50 compliments. So that is an engaging post. And then day four, they post their sales content, flash sale, 25% off this Saturday. That is a sales content. So from day one to day three, they have built engagement. They did not start day one with 10 prints of our traditional Adire fabric. You can get 5 pieces for 30,000 naira. No, they did not do that. They did not do that. They built engaging content from day one to day three, and then they follow it up. So if you're their target audience and you're seeing the way the fabrics are styled, you're seeing the way they're styling the dresses in different ways, that is engaging. And day two, you come, you're seeing the behind the scenes. Oh, this is interesting. Day three, you're seeing customer testimonials. Oh, somebody has bought from them and it looks really good. See how good it looks on this person. They even got 50 compliments. And by the fourth day, you're seeing their flash sales, 25% off. If you're their target audience, you will definitely grab the offer. You will grab the offer. You will be tempted to grab the offer. And if you have what it takes, you will definitely grab the offer. So that is how platforms work. That is how we should build our content. So we are still going to do more on this. We're still going to do more on this. Moving on, I want us now to reflect as business owners. Count your last 10 posts. How many of them actually engaged your audience? Did you get comments on them? How many people asked for a sale from your last 10 posts? And was there any conversion? Did you make any sale from those posts that you made? If you made 10 posts, at least 2 to 3 should generate sales for you. So ask yourself, are my content engaging enough? Am I making any sale from my content posting? So you can reflect on this before we move on to the next section. And the next section is know your money business flow. How does money enter your business? How do customers pay you? I'm sure some of us are wondering how this relates to social media or how it relates to making sales on social media. It is actually important for you to know your business money flow. It is important for you to know how customers pay you because your content strategy must match how your business makes money. If you're writing, you can write that down. Your content strategy has to match how your business makes money. It is very important. It is very, very important. So we're still on knowing your business money flow. So we have an example here for clearer explanations. So you run a salon, a hairdressing salon. This is a physical business. You can't do a salon digitally. You can't braid people's hair virtually. So it is a physical business. You run a salon in Lagos, customers must visit you, customers must come to your shop for you to be able to render the services that you render. So if you run a salon in Lagos and it is a physical store, what kind of content should you be posting? You have to show your location. You have to show your space, your working space. Do you have ergonomic chairs? Do you have mirrors in your salon? When customers come, will they be able to watch the television? So you have to show your area, your space. You can even show the equipment that you have, the dryers, the stretcher, and even show everything that is in your salon. What will they see? What should they be expecting when they enter your space? Do you deliver champagne? Do you give complimentary wine? So these are the kind of contents that you can be posting if you run a physical business. And then you have to show the environment, the waiting area. Are there sofas for people to wait for their turn? And then the process happening. You can do content on how to do knotless braids from beginning, or even how to make cornrows for beginners. These are interesting contents that you can come up with if you run a physical store. So you can show the processes. As we're using the salon as an example now, you can show from when a customer enters from the door of your salon to when they sit down and then they're getting their hair washed. You show all the products that you used in washing their hair. And when the hair is washed, you show the process of drying it. When it's dried, you show the process of moisturizing before they start to actually make the braids or the cornrows or whatever style that the customer came for. So these are processes that you can show. If you're somebody that's, sources, let me say you source um, food stuff, you can show how you're going to the market, what market you're going to, what food stuff you're sourcing for who, and all of that. You're selling clothes, you can show your store, what types of fabric you have, what should people expect when they come. Do you sell all kinds of fabric? If I come to your store, will I be able to get adire? Will I be able to get ashoke? Will I get ankara? Will I get lace? So these are things that you can show. And then customer testimonials are very important. So if you've done a very good job as a hair braider, as a hair salon, trust me, you will always have customer testimonials. If you do a very good job, customers will leave good reviews for you to use on your social media as a business owner. And then you can also show your team at work. If you have people that are working with you, you can do an employee of the month or an employee of the week. You can do your appraisals, showing off your teammates on social media as a business owner. So this is for physical location businesses. Now we're moving to digital or remote sale. There are many people that do businesses these days without owning a physical store. I buy from online stores every now and then. They don't have physical stores. And what actually prompts me to trust them? Testimonials. They're showing their content. I'm seeing them. I'm seeing people buying from them. So let's use this business as an example. This person sells dresses on Instagram, but they don't have a physical store. So customers don't need to visit them physically. What can they show as content? Different styled looks. So you have one outfit that you can style with a kimono, you can style with just a shirt, you can style with, a jacket, you can style with a matching scarf. Different styled looks for people who sell dresses on Instagram. ready to wear dresses. You can do a video of the fabric quality close up. You can even do a video of customers wearing it at an event. That's a testimonial. That can bring you referrals. And then you include call to actions. Call to actions are actually very important for business owners. Always include a call to action. If you're taking notes, please write that down. Always include a call to action to your content. What is the next thing that you want your target audience to do? Do you want them to DM you? Do you want them to go to your website? Do you want them to go to your WhatsApp? Direct them in the way that you want them to take the next step. That is what a call to action should be. And we're still on knowing your business money flow. So we have an exercise here. We can do this as a reflective exercise. How does a customer pay you? Is your business a physical business, or is it digital, or is it even both? Most cases it is usually both. You have a physical store, but you're still running your business on social media. People who have never come to your physical store have bought products from you before. So it can actually be both. Your customers can pay you digitally and also physically. So what info do they need before buying? Do they have to know your location? Do they have to see the quality of your product or service? Do they have to know the price before buying? You have to think of these things. They are very important. And then which of these information are on your bio or content? As a business owner doing using social media for sales, is every needed information for sales on your bio or in the content that you post? You can't post a dress that you're selling at a 30% discount off, and we're not seeing the discounted price. You're not putting a price on it. Prices are actually one thing that attracts people. Oh, this thing is 15,000 naira. But if it's just vague, you didn't put a price on it, the person might just scroll past. But if the person is interested in this product and they're seeing the price and they can afford it, they would be prompted to pay immediately. So putting every relevant information in your content is very important. You have to ensure that everything they need. If you want the customers to chat you up in your WhatsApp, you have to include your WhatsApp link to your bio, because I understand that Instagram, you can't include links in captions. So most of your links have to be in your bio. So you have to include every relevant information. If you have a physical store, tell us your location, show us proof. People like results. People don't want to be cheated. So you have to show proof. Next up, we are talking about our target audience. Target who needs you. There are over a billion people using social media. Over a billion people. And not everybody needs your products. Not everybody will buy your product. Not everybody is interested in what you're selling. So you have to target the small amount of people who are actually buying your products, who are interested in your products. You have to target that small amount of people. You don't have to try to reach everybody. Not everybody is your target audience. You don't even have the budget, the capacity to do that. So you need to focus on people who desperately need your product, and you will start to see results. So you need to know which people actually need my product or services, and then you can now target them with your content. You can narrow your content to what this set of people will like. So what will my target audience like? What am I selling? So how this applies to your business, let's use this example of a handmade soap business. So we know that most handmade soaps are for sensitive skin, people who have reactions, people who, when they use, other chemical infused soap, they start to have rashes or their skin does not just go well with chemically produced soaps. So they prefer handmade or traditionally processed soap. So for a handmade soap business, who is their target audience? Is it somebody that even if they use a bath scrub on their body, their skin will still be fine? So there's a target audience for every business. For this handmade soap business now, their target audience will be people who have sensitive skin, people who their skin reacts easily. They need this business. Their target audience are people who have sensitive skin. So every content that they would create has to revolve around these people. They have to target this set of people. And how can they do that? They can do educative content like different skin types. We have dry skin, we have oily skin, we have sensitive skin. They can even do an educative content like what ingredients should be contained in a dandruff shampoo, because people who make soaps, they also make shampoos and conditioners and hair products. So they can make this type of educative content, testimonials from people with similar conditions, people who have used their soap, people who have dealt with skin reactions, people who have dealt with eczema. They use this handmade soap and it works for them. So they can put these testimonials as content on their page. So you need to know your target audience and target them with your content. So what is the economics? What is the dynamics behind targeting just who needs you? When you target who needs you, when you narrow your focus, your content becomes more relevant. Your content becomes more relevant. Your customers feel seen because you are targeting them. You are educating them. You are focusing on them. They feel seen. They know that you understand their problem. They know that your product is actively trying to solve their problem, and they buy faster. They tell their friends. They tell people with similar needs. They tell people who want similar products, and then you get organic growth and waste less time. So when you target who needs you, these things happen. So now I'm asking you, who is your ideal customer? Do you know your ideal customer? Are you crystal clear on who needs your products? Or you have an idea but you're not sure? Or you're probably still figuring it out? Or you just try to appeal to everyone? You try to make your content appeal to everyone. So as a business owner, you have to target who needs you. If you're taking notes, please note this down. I will target my audience. I will make content for people who need me and not just for everybody. If you're still here with us, you can still let us know in the comment section. And now we'll be moving on to the 4 content pillars. So you don't have to be repeating, or you don't have to be creative all the time. These 4 content pillars will give you an edge of what kind of content you should be posting. Number 1, the product association content pillar. So this is content that is showing your product in context, in action, solving a problem. So this type of content ensures that your audience is familiar with your product. It is this type of content that you can use to make your audience know your product. The key rule for this content pillar is that your product should be visible and in use, not just in mention. So you're not just mentioning your product, but you're showing us how it is being used. You're showing us the different types of it and all of that. So the second content pillar. Okay, we have an example for the product association content pillar. Let's say a food business, for example. You can show us the cooking process, you can show us the ingredients being added, you can even show us a completed dish at an event. You went out for a catering job, you can show us even when people are eating it, someone tasting it before and after of the event setup. These are examples of content that you can post in relation with the product association content pillar. So the number two content pillar is the founder and behind the scenes. Many of us don't like to show our faces. Many of us say we are shy, so we don't want to show our faces. But as a business owner, it is good to put a face to your business. People need to know that there is a person behind this business. There's a person behind this product. People don't buy from businesses, they buy from people. So social media requires human connection. Okay, I see that somebody is asking a question. Victoria. Victoria says, for someone who wants to start selling 90s, both male and female, how do you find the right audience? Okay, before we continue on the four content pillars, let me answer this question. How do you find the right audience for selling night wears for male and female? Okay, from your description now, you already segmented that it is male and female. So it is not, you're not just selling night wears for female only. You're selling for both men and women. So you would want to limit your target audience to people of a specific age group. For example, a mother who is 60 years old, she probably doesn't care about wearing a nightwear. She doesn't think that she needs a nightwear. So elderly people mostly don't need nightwears. They don't consider it something they should have as part of their clothing. So you would want to target younger people. You would want to target people who fancy fashion, because even many young people, they don't think they need nightwears. Some people just sleep with some of their house clothes. So you need to narrow down your audience to young people who fancy fashion, who fancy clothing, and who you think would spend on this kind of products. So first of all, we have narrowed it down to young people, and we know that we are targeting both male and female. And I want to say that there is no content that you are creating that people have not created before, and there are people who are watching those contents. So through similar, you can do a competitive analysis. People who sell similar things, which people buy from them. So you can do that kind of analysis. So I've mentioned two things now: young people, and you mentioned yourself that it is for both male and female. And you'd have to categorize what kind of what category of 90s, because there are very expensive ones, premium ones, designer 90s. So you also have to put that in consideration. Are you selling just basic 90s? Is it just ordinary nightgown? Are you selling premium nightgown? So you have to ensure that your target audience are able to afford your product. That's another consideration. So I hope that I've been able to answer that question very well, because we'll be moving on now. It looks like we're running out of time. So our second, please let me know if I've answered your question, Victoria. Please let me know in the comment section. So the second content pillar is the founder behind the scenes. So as I was saying, some of us don't like to show our faces, but people don't just buy from businesses. People like to see the face behind the brand. So if you are a person that does not have a problem with showing your face, you can share your story. You can inspire your audience. Why did I start this business? I saw a problem and I wanted to fix it. You saw a challenge and you felt like you have a solution for that challenge. Or you can even share your personality. What kind of person are you? For example, you can say, I started this brand because I couldn't find the clothes that fits my body. 5 years later, I've dressed 500 plus size women. So you can share your story and inspire your audience. Okay, Victoria, thank you. All right, thank you very much. And then option B for the founder behind the scenes content pillar, show the process. Let us see the workspace. Let us see you're making a dress. Let us see you working on the machine. You're baking cake. Let us see you icing the cake. Show us the process where you are making the product and then your team. So if you don't want to show your face, you can show the process. Now we're moving on to the third content pillar. It is the testimonial and reviews. This is actually very, very important for online sales because people are not seeing you physically. So people need to trust you. And how can people trust you? They can trust you through testimonials, through people who have bought from you before, how your products changed their life, how your product solved a problem for them. It is one of the most powerful kinds of content. It drives sales very, very well. So it's not you now trying to sell, but it is someone else saying this works, and people actually believe that more. So people believe when other people have used this product and they trust it and they are recommending it. So the last of the content pillars is sales and promotion. So if you notice, the first three content pillars, they are not exactly salesy. We are not trying to sell something. We are not telling them come and buy, but we are engaging them. It is this last part now that we're not saying come and buy, sales and promotion content pillar. So this comes with direct calls to actions. You're giving discounts, you're doing promos, you're doing sales, you're launching a new product, you have limited offers. They fall under the sales and promotion content pillars. These are examples. New collection dropping on Friday, link in bio to pre-order, Black Friday, 30% off. You can take advantage of holidays. Valentine's just passed. People who sell clothes, shoes, outfits, you can use that as an avenue to do sales. 20% off Valentine sales. That is something. What other event is coming very soon? Mother's Day. Do you have dresses that fit mothers? Do you have nightwears that fit mothers? Do you have products that you think people would want to buy for their mother as a Mother's Day celebration? You can put that in consideration for your next sales. What is the next holiday after Mother's Day? Like that, you're making sales. So that is it about the four content pillars. We have covered everything on the four content pillars and now putting it together into a weekly content plan. Putting it everything together in a weekly content plan. On Monday, you're doing product association. You can actually jot this down. This is like free content strategy for you, free of charge. Monday, you can do product association. Tuesday, you can do behind the scenes. Wednesday, you can share testimonials. On Thursday, you can do another product association in another way. You can see the examples listed here. On Friday, you can still do a behind the scenes, meet the team. Saturday, you wrap it up with sales promotion. And on Sunday, after your sales promotion that you did on Saturday, you will most likely get sales. And then you can request for testimonials from your target audience and you can share that on Sunday. So this is like free weekly content plan. I hope we got that because now we'll be moving on to the next thing. So which pillar do we use most right now? Of everything that we listed, the four content pillars, which do you think you use most? You can leave your answers in the comment section as we are running. The next thing is the posting frequency and consistency. A lot of people believe that they have to be posting 10 times a day to make sales, while there are people on the other end who are too lazy to post frequently enough. Some people just post once a week or once a month, in fact. So there are millions of people online and the algorithm loves consistency. So to beat the competition, you need to post 5 to 7 times a week. That is one content per day. I know most of us are already thinking, how will I meet up with this? How will I be able to do this? We'll see this shortly. We'll see this shortly. How to sustain. So we know that it sounds a lot, but we already listed the content pillars that you can be following. You don't have to invent new ideas every day. And also you can batch create. Let's say you have 1 free hour. You can take photos of your different products that you're going to be posting one per day. So you already have content for 1 week. You did content for 1 week in just one day. So you can batch create your content. You can film 4 to 5 videos in one day. Film 20 pictures of your product or even 30 pictures of your product in one day. So you don't create fresh posts every day. You can batch create your content. Please note that down. Now we're moving on to your 30-day social media action plan. After you leave this webinar, what are you going to do differently? So we are giving you step-by-step action plan. Please do take notes. So for week 1, you can lay a foundation by defining your business money flow, identifying how customers actually pay you. You can identify who needs your products, and then you can set up your bio with key information. If you already have, I'm sure that most of us already have social media accounts, so you can refine your social media accounts to reflect every relevant information that will link your customer directly to you, regardless of whether they know your working shop or not. So week 2, you're doing auditing. Your last 10 posts, which pillars were they? Did they convert? Were they engaging? Did they get any likes? Did you gain any followers from those posts? Did anybody buy anything from those posts? So you're doing auditing, and then you will use the results from those last 10 posts to plan your next week's content. Using the 4 pillars that we've shared, you will plan your next content using the 4 pillars that we've shared, and then you can set your posting schedule. Will you be able to start posting 5 times a day, or you can do 7 times a week? Sorry, 5 times a week. Okay, somebody's asking a question. Omoyemi Tolulope, please, do I have to post every day, especially a business just growing and does not have so much to show yet? Okay, I actually understand the struggle of trying to come up with different contents every day, but we shared 4 content pillars that you can easily rotate. And I know that this is not set in stone, it's not rocket science, so it's not 1 + 1 = 2. So what works for this person might not actually work for this person. So you can actually study what works for your business. If you think you can be consistently posting 3 times a week and it is working well for you, please continue. If that is what you think you can be doing, but the best practices say you post at least once a day, at least 5 times a week. You can split it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, or you do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and 1 weekend. So you can do 4 times a week, 3 work days and 1 weekend. But just make sure that what you are doing is working. So in all you do, ensure that it is working. So if you think that you don't have so much to show yet, you're just starting out, fine, you can do 3 to 4 times a week, and you can make changes as you grow. So as your business grows, you can make changes. Now we're moving on to the week 3 of our action plan. So week 3 is production. This is where you actually create the contents that you'll be posting. So like I said earlier, you can batch create, you can film 4 to 5 videos in one day, you can take so many pictures of your product, and then you can reach out to customers for testimonials. You can also practice posting consistently 5 to 7 times a week. So these are strategies. They are not just suggestions. These are strategies that have worked for people that we are now sharing with you. So week 4 says to optimize. Check which content got most engagement. So you are going back. This is like another form of auditing. You are checking which content got most engagement, which content drives sales more, and then you repeat what works. Repetition is not bad. You don't have to post a new thing every day. Repeating what you posted in another form is also content strategy. If you know that something works, please continue with it. You don't have to come up with new content every time. Then ask customers for your feedback. You can ask them to know what they would prefer to always get from you as a business owner. So that is all for the content pillars and the sales and the content pillars and your 30-day social media action plan. Please, if you have any questions, you can still leave them in the comment section. And Omoyemi, please, you can let me know if I answered your questions to your satisfaction. Thank you. So now we are moving on to a very important aspect of this webinar, tracking your sales. So you have done everything that we've recommended posting on social media, staying consistent, rotating the content pillars, but you're not tracking how much you're actually making. You don't know how much sales that is coming from social media. You don't know how much sales that is coming from your physical store. You don't know how much that came in from people that were referred to your business from your previous customers. And it is very important to track your sales. So I'm going to ask us, in the last 30 days, can you account for how much you made? Do you know how much sales came through social media? Can you tell what strategy is working or not? Do you even know what type of content appeals most to your audience? If your answer is no, then you need help, and we have just the thing. So the solution is that we actually created something that works, something specific that works. We have the solution to that problem. It is the sales record template. This is not a complicated software. It is not an app. It's not something that you have to rack your head to know how to use it. It is a very simple, practical template where you record everything about each sale in one place. How much money came in today? How much expenses did you make? Who is owing you? Is somebody owing you? You know, how much came in, where the money came in from. And then you can balance your accounts monthly like that. Tracking your sales success is a very important aspect of being a business owner. So, what this means for your business is that you can record the date of your purchase, the products that you sold, the quantity, the total amount to be balanced. People are owing you, but you don't even remember how much they are owing you. You don't even remember the amount of people that are owing you and what payment methods that these monies came into your account. So we have just the template for you to be able to track these things. It is our sales record template. So we're giving a special offer. We're giving a special offer today. And because you are part of the webinar, we understand that you are very serious about your business, because it's not easy to take 1 hour of your time to attend to something that will be beneficial to your business. So normally this resource costs 5,000 naira. And if you grab it now before you leave this webinar, you get to pay 2,000 naira. You get to pay 2,000 naira to stop losing track of your money, to stop racking your head to remember who bought from you and did not pay, or how much they paid and how much is left for them to balance you. Just 2,000 naira. This is something that will work for you. You'll be able to track how much came in from social media. You'll be able to track how much came in from your physical store. You'll be able to track how much came in from WhatsApp DMs. So this is a very practical tool, very easy to use. You don't need a video to teach you how to use it. It is very practical, very simple, very easy to use. So if you're looking right on the screen, you can see the link to get it. So that is the link to our sales record template. And okay, somebody is asking, is this offer only for today? Okay, you can send us. Okay, please hold on, please, hold on. All right. So regarding the question that was asked if the offer is valid after today, yes, the offer is valid after today. The offer for the sales record template is valid after today. You can just copy this link that you're seeing on the screen. You can copy it in your phone and go straight to the link to get it, or you can leave us a comment if you have any questions or contributions regarding what we've been saying. If you have any question regarding the sales record templates, please, you can ask us in this comment section right now. And if you're in the community, if you're in the Thrift Africa community, which I believe most of us should be on, you can as well ask questions regarding the sales record templates. If you're unable to get it today, you can ask on the Thrift Africa community and you will be given the link. The link will be sent to the group. Right after this webinar, the link will still be sent to the group so you can access it. And then you can be able to track your sales, track your income, track your expenditure, track how much came in, how much people are owing you, and all of that. So the webinar has come to an end, and I would like to thank everybody who has joined us, everybody who has joined this webinar from when we started, and people who joined us along the way. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so if you're on this webinar and you are not in the Thrift Africa community, okay, Victoria says she's not seeing the link. You're not seeing the link on the screen? Can you see? Please let me know if you can see the link on the screen. If you're not seeing the link, then you will see it on the community. If you're not in the community, you can send us a message. Also, you can check the description. The link is in the description, the YouTube description for this event. You can check it. The link is there. You can access the link to get it there. So you can just go straight to the description of this particular video and you will see it there. Please let us know if you find the link in the description. Thank you. Victoria, please confirm that you can see the link in the description. Thank you. Once again, thank you to everybody who has joined us. And we would like to get feedback from you, what you've learned. All right, Victoria, thank you very much. If you're in the community, please let us know how this webinar has helped you. And if you're not in our community, we would like for you to join. So if you're not in the community, please indicate, and then we will be able to send you the link, the form that you will fill that will direct you to the link to join. Thank you very much for joining this webinar. Again, let us know what you've learned, how this webinar has helped you as a business owner trying to make sales on social media. Enjoy the rest of your evening as I hand over to Mr. Samuel. Thank you all once again. Mr. Samuel, are you with us? All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Hello, thank you everyone for joining once again. So that would be um, summer for this evening. Thank you very much, Mrs. Akin, for joining us once again. All right.
All right, sir. Thank you.